Hello out there and welcome to the Revere Veterans and Community Show. Today we have a triple veteran on this community show. His name is Joe Internicola. Welcome aboard, Joe, and thank you for coming. Joe happens to be Vice President of Mass Badge. He's an Army veteran during the Iraq and Afghan wars. He's also a veteran of the Revere Police, 10 years. Now, Joe, you are here to speak mostly on Mass Badge, so give us a little history of it.
Okay, Mass Badge was founded in 1998 by a group of cops that were designing and hosting a harbor cruise in Boston, and they'd had extra money, so they donated the money to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And from that year on, in 1998, they've held that harbor cruise and made donations to various different charities. That's good, and I understand this is the first year that you're having the Thanksgiving dinner at the Beachmont VFW? That's correct. Right. Tell the people about it. Explain that to them. Okay. I mean, you could do a better job than I can. All right. So this is the third annual Thanksgiving dinner that's being held in Everett. And after many conversations with Mayor Dan Rizzo and different business owners in the city of Revere, we wanted to bring it to Revere and to be able to provide a meal for veterans and elderly and anyone in need of a good hot meal during the holidays. So we brought it to the VFW this year. The VFW was kind enough to waive the fee and let us host us there on November 26th, 2 days before Thanksgiving. And again, it's just to provide a meal for those in need of one. Maybe they don't have the means to cook their own Thanksgiving dinner, they don't have family, whatever their reason may be, they're welcome to come down, and I'm happy to be able to serve them. Right. I also understand you're looking for a lot of donations, too, to help you out. Could you tell the people out there, you know, how they can help you if they wish to donate? If you wish to donate to this, you can contact Mass Badge by going online at massbadge.com. You could go on Facebook and speak to us, or you could call 617-970-2652. Or you could call Mayor Dan Rizzo's office at 781-286-8111. We also have a mailing address, Mass Badge, P.O. Box 1150. That's in Middleton, Massachusetts, 01941, if you want to mail something to us. I mean, there's numerous different ways you can reach us, by phone, by email, by whatever, but those donations will be greatly appreciated, and we'll make sure that they go to people in need. Right, and you're also looking for sponsors. Let us know about that. Tell us a little about that. Yeah, people that wish to provide, again, donations, that's really what the goal is here. Different businesses within the Revere community to provide a meal and a service for residents of Revere. Not just Revere residents. This is open invitation to anyone that hears the word that is in need, but any business owners in the city of Revere or elsewhere that would like to donate can do the same. Right, and for the people that don't know that the Mass Badge is made up of the community police of the surrounding areas. And could you tell us about the community police in the surrounding areas? How you all got together to do this? The way Mass Badge started, I've been involved with Mass Badge for a little over 4 years. I've been the vice president for about 3. And the idea of Mass Badge isn't Joe Internicola or one person from one area. This is a composition or a combination of different jurisdictions of police departments and people donating their time and money to one shield, and that's the Mass Badge Shield, to give back to the community. We have members from the state police, T-Police, Everett, Revere, Cambridge, Boston, and we're always looking for more police officers that want to join, or anyone for that matter that want to give their time back and provide a service for people. Right. By the way, I would like to thank you personally. Thank you. Because I'll tell you why. You gave me a bunch of these cards to pass out to the Revere Senior Center. And we passed out a whole load of them. And people from the Revere Senior Center, thank you for what you're doing. I thank them for hearing me out, and hopefully they're going to show up here. Just remember, you don't need a ticket. This is not a ticket to eat a meal. You don't need to bring something to show that you're from Revere or that you were invited. This is not by invitation. This is by word of mouth. We're trying to get the word out there and to provide a meal for those that need one. That's right. And we also have a great Revere Veteran Service Commissioner, Nick Boer.
I'm sure you know him. Tell
do.
us a little about him and you.
Well, Nick is very passionate about giving back to veterans and all about veteran benefits. I am too. That's one of the reasons I wanted to bring it to Revere, but obviously I don't want to say that only veterans are welcome. We're not going to be checking DD-214s and make sure that you were in the military. That's where my passion lies with the veterans and all they do for us, and we're grateful to have them, no matter when they served or for how long. So we're grateful, and if we can give back to them in any way, shape, or form, we'd like to do so.
Right. Can I just mention one thing, Joe,
Yes.
if I may? As I was coming out of the senior center, I was given a phone call to appear at the jewelry box. And the jewelry box donated $1,000, I mean 100, I wish it was 1,000, but $100 to the veterans. And because of what we do here on the Revere TV8, because they see the scrolls, they see people donating, and they helped us every single year. So to the jewelry box, thank you for the donation. And I'm sure a lot of you people out there will be donating to Joe and to Nicola's fund. So Joe, start us off how you first got involved with the Revere Police. I mean, when you came out of the service, is that when you first got into the police force?
Yes, I finished my enlistment in 2002, and I was hired in 2003, went to the academy in 2004.
And who was the chief of police when you were there at that time?
Chief Reardon.
Oh, Chief Reardon.
And Chief Caffarelli, who's now chief now, was my lieutenant in charge of the shift
Was he?
and in charge of the SWAT team. So I've known
He's
him
a
really well.
Marine veteran, too.
Yes, he is, absolutely.
Right. And he's also a hero because he was one of the people that helped nap that Boston bomber
Yeah.
in Watertown, I believe it was.
Yeah, I was right next to him when he jumped in that boat. And
Oh, you was there with him?
yes, I was.
Tell us a little about that. Nobody else ever spoke about it. Give us a little. No, I'd love to hear it.
You know, sad event in which
Very sad.
during the marathon, and you know, some of us just sitting at home wishing there was something you could do. And on that night when the carjacking took place, and Officer Collier was
Shot the one at
shot.
the MIT?
yes, there was a car chase that went from Cambridge to Watertown. I happened to be going on at midnight that night with another member of the SWAT team. We contacted Chief Caffarelli, and he said, "Two of you grab your gear, go into Watertown, and tell me if they need us. Tell them we're available. Our SWAT team. We're not the Revere Police. We're North Metro SWAT, which is a combination of Revere, Everett, Malden, and most recently Winthrop." And so the chief said, "Go there, see if you can find the person in charge. Tell them we're available and we're willing to help out anyway." So we found Deputy Chief Linsky and told him, "We're here on behalf of Joe Caffarelli. If you need any guys," he said, "get every last guy here." So within a few hours, we were in Watertown. We were given streets to search. We were searching houses, and I want to say
Well, don't be bashful.
15 hours later, they opened up the streets, let everyone back out. They were just about to end the search. There was calls over the radio. We listened to the Boston radio, Baypern, and they were calling for a SWAT team because there was a guy in a boat that they wanted to search, but they were afraid of explosives. So we were the first team that was at that house in that driveway, and our team handcuffed him and placed him into custody.
So you're more than just a hero of the military. You're a hero of the community, and I got to say thank you for that. And I want to ask you a question, if I may. You know, a lot of people say if you put cameras around, Big Brother would be watching you. But I think it was the cameras that caught the bombers because, from what I understand, they were looking for people, individuals that had the knapsacks, I believe they are, on their back.
Yeah.
And then they showed the brothers without the knapsacks. So that right away gave them a clue. Was it the cameras that actually pinpointed them?
I believe it was a combination of efforts from the detectives from state police, I'm sure Boston police, but yes, as soon as I saw, obviously like everyone did, you saw their profiles on the news.
Right.
When his head popped out of that boat, I said, "Oh my God, that's him." I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that this terrorist was hiding in a boat in Watertown, and we were right there. It was surreal.
And they're debating whether to give him the death penalty.
I mean, this is.
Let's face it. I mean, I know a lot of people are against the death penalty, but I believe when you commit when you kill an 8-year-old or kill a woman or maim many people, you deserve the death penalty.
I couldn't agree with you more. My thesis when graduating from Northeastern was based on that. It was supposed to be impartial, but You know, the eye for eye mentality is you know, justices will be served.
Right. You know, let me tell you, I know a lot of people, Mets are Mets. You get rid of them once, you get rid of them forever. You put them in jail and they break out, they're going to do the same thing over and over and over again. So, Joe, I got to say it from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank you for what you did as a
Thank you.
police officer.
Thank you.
But I never just say that at the beginning of the show, but I'll say it now. Thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
Okay? Want to get back to Mass Badge now?
Yes, I definitely do.
Okay.
You caught me off guard there.
No, that was an honor to have you tell that story
Thank
because
you.
we never knew that you were even part over there. We knew Chief Caffarelli was, but we knew you. So we got two great heroes in the city of Revere, you and the Chief.
There was a lot more guys on our team that were there.
Name some of them, but we would love to say thank you to them.
Yeah, I mean, we don't do this for recognition. That's
I,
why.
no, that's your job, but I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you put your life on the line for us. You really do when you do that.
Just like Mass Badge, it's not about personal recognition. I mean, I'm only on here just to try to get the word out. I want people to come. I'm nervous that maybe people won't come, and then I'm also nervous that too many people won't know how to donate money. So, and they want to, and I want to get that money and put it to feeding people. So I'm just a little nervous doing this the first time.
You know, there's an old saying: a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Right.
You started that single step.
Yes.
So thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Thank
Right.
you. So again, to mention a few people,
Field.
Raul Concalves is the ever police officer who came up with Mass Badge. He designed the name, he founded it, and he puts
He's the president of
He's the president and the founder, and he's put countless hours in. After a few conversations with him, he sold me about 4 or 5 years ago, and I've been a member since. I mean, he has a Christmas party every year, and the sole purpose of that is not only to get people together for the occasion, but every single person that comes to that brings an unwrapped, brand new toy, and those toys are donated to Children's Hospital or to local churches, particularly the Zion Church in Everett. But he does a good thing, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
I'm going to help you out a little bit if I can and if I may. Many years ago, I worked for a place in Pawtucket called Hasbro Toys. Hasbro is a multi-million-dollar manufacturer of toys. If the toy had a little defect, you put it aside.
Right.
Maybe if you contacted them and tell them what you did, they might donate all those little toys that have a little defect, but they're in perfect working condition. Let them give it to Mass Badge.
That's a
to
great
the community. So if you come out of here, you get a chance, give them a call.
I will. Well, I mean, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you. You've put countless hours into this, and I'm going to use you more for the toys now, too. So now that I know you have a connection with toys, I'll be calling you around Christmas time.
That's all right, but Hasbro won't remember me because it was many years
Okay.
ago. I would say about 25 or 30 years ago. But I remember them because I took home a bunch of toys and I dropped it off at the fire station.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
the fire department gave it out to the kids that was, let's say, very poor, and
Right.
they gave them toys. So you can call. See, you have the authority. I don't. I mean, I'm just like a volunteer. But I mean, where you are the vice president.
Right.
You can call, it's Hasbro. I'm sure you heard of them.
Absolutely. I have a 6-year-old.
Give them a call and ask them if they have what you do. I love what you do. And if they got defective toys, please donate it to the people of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So there's something else we picked up.
Exactly.
There. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry I
No,
interrupted.
not at all. This is no, you're doing wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for having me on as well.
Hey, it's an honor for me. It's an honor to have you, as long as you don't arrest me after the show. Okay, put the handcuffs away.
I know. I hid them earlier.
Tell me, what would you like to see done in the future, if I may, for the Mass Badge? You know, because I remember last year, was a Mass Badge that sponsored that thing at the Everett Armory?
Yes, that's exactly. This is
With
the third
Dale
year.
Palmer, who's the in charge over there?
Yes, I mean, Carlo Di Maria, the mayor of
Right.
Everett, was also
Right.
involved, and that's why Mayor Rizzo was like, bring it to Revere. You know, I don't feel comfortable going over there last year. Not that he didn't feel comfortable, but he said, bring it to Revere. I would love something like this. I mean, everyone I talked to about the Everett Thanksgiving dinner, and Raul Concalves came up with that. I loved it. I was like, oh my God, I want to bring this to Revere. I want to be able to give back, and this would be wonderful.
I got to tell you, I went over there myself for the Thanksgiving dinner, and there was a lot of people from Revere over there. And the way the Everett Armory had it, they had a big table lined up. The mayor of Everett was serving.
Yes.
Dale Palmer was serving. A lot of the other people, the politicians of Everett were there, and it was a terrific thing. That was last year. So now we're going to do the same thing at the Beachmont VFW.
That's what we're doing. I was there last year as well, serving, and members from, you know, Revere Police, my friends, family, people came down, and I'm hoping for the same thing this year. I've had a lot of people come to me, and they love this idea. They want to volunteer. They want to help out. So I'm expecting a lot of volunteers too.
Can I ask you something, if I may?
Sure.
Could you tell us about the people out there? What's on the menu beside the turkey?
Oh, okay, so yeah, we're gonna have turkey, ham, corn, string beans, mashed potatoes, gravy, cranberry sauce.
Go ahead, keep going. I'm hungry already.
I believe we're gonna have coffee and
You had ice cream,
bottles of water.
ice cream too last year at the Everett Armory.
There were desserts, yeah,
Yep.
bottles of water.
Right.
I believe Bertucci's are providing
Bertucci's?
salads. So salad is going to be provided by Bertucci's, and desserts. I'm not sure which desserts we're going to have down there. Whoever's doing it, we'll see as many as we can get.
Okay.
Coffee and desserts to follow any meal is the right way to go.
So I hope you people out there in Revere are listening. Come on down and have a good time.
Please.
Because we're going to have a lot of people there. And by the way, you passed out, I'm sure, 200 cards you gave out to the Revere seniors that were passed out and around. And beside a whole bunch that was done in the city of Revere, so you might have to double up on your meals. In other words, you might have to, like it's from 5 to 8.
Yes, yeah.
So you might have to have, like from 5 to 6:30, a
Right.
certain group eating, and then when they're done, another batch coming in
Right.
on there. You might be there till midnight, Joe.
Yeah, you know what? That's fine. We try to set up parameters for when people typically eat dinner. Didn't want to do it too early. Most volunteers work, whatever. We weren't sure if people would be able to get the day off to come to volunteer at 5 o'clock, if that's a good time. So we did it last year much more open-ended, but people came between those dinner meal times, so we tried to limit it. But we're not saying I will never, ever close the door on anyone at 8 o'clock at night, someone who's there for a meal. It's not going to happen. I
So
will stay
actually,
there.
you could use some volunteers too.
Well, if people want to volunteer, they
Yeah,
can
and
come down.
who do they contact if they do want to
They can
volunteer?
contact me at Mass Badge or at
Give
the
them
phone
that
number.
phone number in case people
Okay.
want to call you.
Yep, 617-970-2652.
So any of you people would like to volunteer for the Thanksgiving dinner, Joe gave you the number, and we'd love to have you come on down.
Absolutely.
Okay, now what else? Oh, we talked about your police service. We talked about your bass service. We forgot to talk about your military service, so tell us about that.
Okay, so I graduated from college. I didn't go in
Northeastern?
I did, yep. And then rather than joining as in the officer's candidate school, I decided to go enlisted. And I went in as a specialist E4 under military intelligence, and I thought this is going to be...
Did you mention military intelligence? No, is that what you mentioned?
Yes, I did.
Welcome aboard, because that's what I was. Now, folks, don't laugh. You got two of the brightest people right here. One of the old ones and one of the young ones. Go ahead, Joe.
All I can say is that people have made fun of me in the past for military intelligence as an oxymoron.
They make fun of me all the time, so don't feel bad. So don't feel bad.
I was proud to serve my country. At the end of the
You and
day,
me
I was
both.
very, very proud, and I'm glad it absolutely changed my life.
Did it
It made
really?
me the man I am today, so absolutely.
We're proud to have you, by the way.
Thank you.
And
Thank
I'm
you
sure
very
the
much.
city of Revere is proud to have you.
Thank you.
So keep on going. Come on. I want to get more.
Oh, okay, well, I mean,
Oh, are you married?
I am not married, no.
Okay, folks, you heard that. Are you looking?
No, I have a girlfriend. She's, things are going very, very well.
Well, I've been
I'm
married
very happy.
63 years, Joe, so
God bless you.
something to look forward to.
Maybe, hopefully.
Okay.
I have to say, though, things are going very well.
They are?
I've been dating her for 6 months, a new girlfriend, and things are going really well. I'm very happy.
I got to tell you, just to change the subject a little, if I may. There's a gentleman in Revere. His name is Paul Bonfiglio for the Bonfiglio's Funeral Home.
Yes,
And he put up a big flag on front of his funeral home.
I was there.
You was there?
I was doing the honor guard for the Revere Police. I was
Well,
holding the
thank you for doing that too. Well, let me tell you what he did. A week ago, November the 8th, I believe it was, he took us down to Bourne National Cemetery, Massachusetts National Cemetery, where the veterans are buried, and we put flags in each grave. This Sunday that just passed, he took us down to get the flags out.
Right.
And he did that all on his own. I mean, he got there was a bus company called Locomotion that donated a bus to us, a brand new bus. We were the first ones ever to ride in it. And believe it or not, the bus cost about $500,000. It was like riding in a limousine.
Wow.
I mean, that's how nice it was in there. And he took us down. We took the flags out. He brought us a nice lunch. That's why you see I got a pot belly now, Joe. It wasn't like this. See, I got two measurements, one down here, one up here. He treated us so good.
That's great.
And he wants to start a thing for the flags, for a group, so people donate money, just like you need money for the flags, to go down to Bourne on Memorial Day and Veterans Day. And I want to thank Paul and Rebecca for what they did. And we hope to have you on the show eventually. So half the people at Revere thank you.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up for two reasons.
I'm glad
Number
too.
one, I'm going to call Paul as soon as we leave here, because I've neglected to call him. I'm sure he'll want to come down and serve food or make a donation, so that would be wonderful. And also to remind people, or to let people know, that North Shore Shuttle is donating shuttles to this dinner on Tuesday, the Thanksgiving dinner that we're having.
So if they need transportation, North Shore Shuttle will provide it?
Yes, if you need transportation to this mail, you can call North Shore Shuttle at 781-286-8660 and mention Mass Badge Dinner on Tuesday, November 26th. Or you can call the mayor's office, again, at 781-286-8111.
Can I ask you to repeat that number, Joe, please?
Sure. North Shore Shuttle is 781-286-8660. And Mayor Dan Rizzo's office is 781-286-8110.
Right.
You can call either of those numbers. You can arrange transportation, whether it's to your house or, I believe, they're looking for certain locations. One of the major, like the elderly center, who I can't thank enough for all their help, the Revere Senior Citizen Center. Is it called the
Revere Senior Center.
Is it called Rossetti Center or no?
It's Rossetti Cowan Senior Center,
Yes,
but
right.
I call it the Revere Senior Center.
Okay.
And we have two directors there. We have an assistant director and the director who's going to retire at the end of the year.
Yep.
So they're the ones that let me do what we do there. Not only me, but all the other people that actually work there.
Right. Well,
So it's nice of them.
that would be a good place to maybe meet, and you can maybe park your car in the municipal lot, or if you get dropped off at the Revere Senior Center, they may be able to house you and give you a ride. But that's just an idea. You can contact City Hall if you need a ride, and they'll arrange where to pick you up, and they'll bring you back and forth.
Right, and
Sounds
I
very
would
nice.
like to personally thank Mayor Dan Rizzo for bringing this into the city of Revere,
Right.
and you helping him. Now we got about 5 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. Why don't you take a little time, tell us everything you like to do, everything you would want to repeat again?
Okay. Well,
Oh, one other thing. You mentioned the time is 5 to 8, correct?
Yes.
But you do want them to come early, so tell them about that.
yeah, well,
because-
me and Morris and many volunteers will be setting up and decorating. So if
you
were to-
already got me working there?
I already got you working there. It's a done deal.
What time you want me there? I'll be there 4 o'clock. Is that good enough?
Sounds good.
Okay.
If you come shy of 5 o'clock, we'd never send you away. We just want to make sure everything's ready to go. We're going to be preparing food and setting up the tables and setting everything up. Like I said, if you come a little bit early or a little bit late, we will never send you away.
I got to ask you, the favorite part of my turkey, the favorite part is the stuffing. Going to be any stuffing there?
Yep. Did I fail to mention that?
I don't know.
Yes, I know. There's definitely going to be stuffing as well.
There is?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, and a lot of the people that are going to be finished eating, they will be stuffed with the stuffing.
I hope so. That's the goal. I mean, just before we go any further, I would like to thank the Revere Senior Center for all that they've
All of
done
them.
and all the help and all that you've done. I really appreciate it.
Well, it's
Thank
only
you.
because of the Revere Senior Center that allows me to do what I
Right.
do. Otherwise, I couldn't do it without their help, really.
So I went by there to go drop off some flyers, and you handed me a microphone. You caught me off guard. But
Is that why you put the handcuffs on me?
so I had to speak in front of all those. It was nice though. I'm glad.
No,
I'm
that
glad
was
you
good.
did.
And
Yeah.
hey, because a lot of those people have told other people
Right.
about the
I know.
thing.
So that was
it's-
good. And I'd just like to thank also, obviously, Mayor Dan Rizzo for all his support in this, and Nick Boer from Veterans Affairs.
All right, and I also would like to hope to see not only Nick Boer, the mayor, but also the Matola Post, the Beachmont VFW, the commanders and the people there, and the American Legion. Another group that always helps us,
Right.
the Women's Club of Revere.
Yes, definitely.
They have the Patriot Club of Revere with Rose Napolitano. I don't know if you know her.
I do, yep.
Fantastic lady, does a lot for the community and especially for the veterans. So Rose, if you're listening, thank you.
Thank you.
Right, and to all the veterans out there, I want to thank you for coming down, and you'll all be there on the 26th of November, early, like around 4 o'clock. And Joe, God bless you for coming down.
Thank you.
Bless you for what you do.
Thank you very much. Thank
And
you.
God bless the people of Revere. God bless our troops. But most of all, God bless our great country, the United States of America. And thank you for listening till the next time. And I hope we get a guest as good as him on again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Morris.